For as long as humans have existed, we've been fighting each other. And for as long as we've been fighting each other for fun sometimes too. And in the age of video games, this is absolutely no different. The overwhelming majority of games we play involve combat somehow. Whether it be shooting at each other, casting spells, or just punching the crap out of each other. Fighting each other for sport is just part of the human condition. But the first thing that pops into your head when you think of fighting games is probably fighting games. You know, clues in the name. You've got your Street Fighters, you've got your Tekkens, you've got your Smash Brothers. And these games have had a pretty tight grasp on what you might call technical combat in games. Games where fighting each other is, like actually hard. First-person shooters do have skill involved, obviously, but the basic concept of a shooter is incredibly simple. You just point and click on enemy noobs until they die. But in a fighting game, just making your character do a certain move has a skill flaw to it. If only there were a game out there that could mix the basic simplicity of a shooter game with the high skill ceiling complexity of a fighting game. Wouldn't that be a great idea? It's just such a cool idea, Someone should really make a game like that. I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd be really... Chivalry 2 is the latest installment in a series of games that people like to call a medieval slasher, a genre that beautifully mixes the beginner-friendly world of first and third-person shooters with the technical mastery and mechanics associated with traditional fighting games. And oh my god, is this game fun. Oh, you got rolled! Chivalry 2 is a game that I think has perfected melee combat. Never have I seen a combat system that on one hand is so simple and easy to understand for a beginner that literally anyone can play it and have a good time, but on the other hand, the game has enough depth and skill expression that when you see a skilled player on the battlefield, you notice them literally immediately. I've been playing Chivalry 2 for a little while now, and I really like it, but I've never been compelled to make a video about it. But I recently had a moment in one of my matches that changed this. One player made it clear to me that I just had to talk about this game somehow. And I'm pretty sure the player that I met that impressed me so much was quite literally Jesus Christ himself. Oh my... He is the most insane. That is the most insane thing I've ever seen. My boy Jonesy might literally be Jesus. Church, man. I'm not even joking. I think that guy might be the second coming. I think I might have just met the Lord on the battlefield. I knew you could be good at this game, right? But when this guy shows up and starts, he's spinning around and shit, I don't know, how do you even come up with these moves, really? So I want to try and delve into what makes the combat in this game so clever, and how its design allows you to become completely unkillable no matter how outnumbered you are. You have a weapon, and there's 3 ways you can swing it. You can do a horizontal slash, you can do a stab, and you can do an overhead swing. Horizontal slashes cover the most area, so these swings are good for big groups of people. Stabs have the longest range, but are generally only good for single targets. And overhead swings are the fastest, but suffer on their range and AoE capabilities. Now, depending on the weapon you're using, these will do differing amounts of damage and swing in different kind of ways, but in general, this is what your moveset looks like. If an enemy is swinging their weapon at you, you might want to block that, so you can do that by holding the block button. But you have this stamina bar down here, and whilst you're holding block, the stamina bar slowly decreases. If your stamina gets to 0 and you try to block, you will be disarmed and your weapon will fly out of your hand, which isn't a good thing if you don't want to die. So ideally, you want to tap the block button as the swing comes towards you so that you minimize the amount of stamina you lose. So at a beginner level, a 1v1 looks something like this. I swing at my opponent, they tap block, then they swing at me, and I tap block. And we repeat this over and over until one of us gets disarmed and we lose our weapon and then we die. This is the first layer of the combat. This is Chivalry 2 combat in its simplest form. And if that was where the complexity ended, then this combat system would suck. But instead, Chivalry 2 has counters. Instead of just tapping block, I can instead hold block and swing back at my opponent as they hit me to perform a counter. If I successfully perform a counter, I don't lose any stamina on block. But counters don't just work on any swing. Instead, you have to match the swing of your opponent for a successful counter. If my opponent horizontal slashes, I have to counter that with a horizontal slash. If they do an overhead, I have to counter with an overhead. If I try and counter with the wrong move, I just get hit. So this is layer 2. If I read my opponent better than they read me, I will be able to never lose stamina on block, whilst their stamina bar slowly whittles away to nothing and I disarm them. But then the counter to counters comes from layer 3, where we introduce feints. A feint is a fake swing followed up by a different attack afterwards. So for example, I could input a slash, but then input an overhead before the slash hitbox comes out. So if your opponent is going for counters, you can mix up what move they think you're going to do next. And if they're just rhythmically tapping their block button to try and block your swing, this will mix up the timing, and if they're not paying enough attention, will lead to a free hit. But the final layer on top of this is dodging. Oh! I battered that guy! In Chivalry 2, pressing spacebar in combat will do a little dodge in whatever direction you're currently moving in. It doesn't have any iframes, but it physically moves you out of the way of certain swings. But what's even better is the ability to lean around. If you tap crouch and move in a direction at the same time, your character will physically duck in that direction. In a pinch, this lets you duck under people's swings or move out of the way of their stabs and overheads. It's a really flashy way to get yourself a free hit on your opponent before they get a chance to block it. This is the 4 layers to beginner Chivalry combat, and just this alone has enough layers for you to really skill diff people in combat. But this is just scratching the surface. There's also a whole bunch of other combat mechanics that add even more complexity. You can kick your enemy. This does no damage, but if they're blocking, it breaks their guard and stuns them. You can jab enemies. This does a tiny amount of damage, but is really fast, so it will interrupt enemy swings and give you initiative. The position of your weapon in the game world has a real effect on its hitbox. So dragging your camera to the side whilst you swing can literally make your weapon move faster and have the attack land sooner. And dragging it in the opposite direction of the swing makes it land later than the enemy might expect. There's even this button in your keybinds that lets you cancel an attack, which allows you to do a thing called a triple feint. Cancelling your first attack, then feinting the next to mix up your timing insanely hard on people who have a read on your feints. You can even throw your weapons. Which, do I have to explain why that's cool? I don't, do I? I'm about to desert. This is deeply unfortunate. And just to add to this complexity, this Jesus on the battlefield guy is doing spin feints. He like spins. Let's quickly go back to this and break down what he actually does in this clip. First, I hit him, so he jabs me to regain initiative. Then he crouches down and spins in a circle. He's not actually doing any move here. He's just spinning. But because his character holds his weapon out to the side like that, it kind of looks like a swing at first glance. He then stands back up and goes for an overhead swing. So I queue up my overhead swing to try and counter. But then he feints that overhead into a horizontal swing, but then he crouches and spins a second time in the middle of that swing to make that horizontal slash hit later than I expected, and he kills me. That's like insane. Like, I've watched this clip back 1,000 times and it still looks insane to me. How do you even come up with this? How do you think of this? What sort of genius level player do you have to be to even come up with this move? It's insane. The combat in this game is so rewarding in a way that I've really never experienced anywhere else. Like, yeah, there's plenty of other games that you can get really good at, and you can diff people in casual games. But in Chivalry 2, the combat is so refined that it really does feel like the best player literally always wins in a 1v1 situation. And the same really can't be said about basically any other game I've ever played. And this fact just makes learning the game and improving at it feel so rewarding. Every single time you learn something new, you can put it into use instantly and start diffing people with it. And you know what's insane about all this? Is that I haven't even told you the best part about Chivalry 2 yet. The best part is that Chivalry 2 is like, it's like really funny.
Wait, what?
Like, yeah, there's this super serious medieval combat simulator in here somewhere, and the mechanics are super in-depth and skill expressive, and you can be insanely good at this game. But even ignoring all of that stuff, the game is just absolutely hilarious. I'm killing myself. Amongst all the cool melee combat mechanics and stuff, there's also ballistas and catapults. Oh my fuck. And you can pick up and throw basically every object you come across, no matter what it is.
The barrel is mightier than the sword.
Oh, as you said that, I died to a barrel.
Dude, every time...
This game is a comedy goldmine. And just to hammer that part home, I'm gonna finish this video off with a clip dump. Just a bunch of the funniest and stupidest clips I've gotten in Chivalry 2. And I hope you enjoy it. Oh, I'm gonna pick up your shield for it.
No. You fucking... No, stop.
I'm trying to throw it at the guy out the window.
You stop. Why? Died.
Oh, I just saw someone get launched with the trebuchet. I just saw someone fly through the sky. If I don't. There's a guy in. The guy took the catapult. An enemy player took the catapult into our spawn. Oh no!
I'm coming, I'm up in one.
No, I died. The guy with the harp just fucking walloped. Become a cave troll. Become a bridge troll. Get under the bridge. We're gonna live under the bridge.
Okay.
Great job.
Last time I remember listening to your main calls. Yeah, that was a big throw actually. But I was walking into him.
I'm like unstoppable right now. Like low key, high key, I'm dead. Like they're not going to do that. But
it's so shallow. How do I die from that?
There's gonna be so many people in the comments that are like, what about Mordhau? I think Mordhau. I'm actually Mordhau.
Mordhau's a dead game.
You were fucking singing sweet nothings to me. Kill me. Why? Don't pick me up, please, 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 please. Please, no. I want to leave. They'll never see it coming. What's this?
And before they see it coming.
There's a guy. There's like 5 people right here. Oh!
What the fuck is going on here?
We're hiding from a ballista.
Oh.
If you peek, if you peek him, he's gonna shoot you. I'm trying to make him shoot so I can run him. Oh, fuck! Oh, look at this guy, Alpha fucking Shelby.
I haven't seen him yet.
Maybe stuck in a predicament.
I'm with you, Charles.
Where the fuck is he?
Nice job.
Let's go.
No, hey, yo.
Might be. Help me. Alright. I'm not hitting anything.
I don't see where you are. Oh, I do see where you are. I'm helping. Oh, I helped! Oh
holy shit.
I help again? No, that time I didn't help.
Yes. I placed that bear trap ages ago.
Oh, I'm getting okay. Okay, this guy is
I love it when I do these.
This guy's an ultra Noah. Jonesy? There's a guy There's a guy called Jonesy, that guy knows what's up.
See, like, they just can't do anything about this strategy.
What's happened? I'm gonna fucking die. Oh, I'm the pro. Let me out. Oh, I'm being bodyblocked by my team. Oh, it's awful. The fucking horrors of war. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This guy's, get ready.
This guy's here.
Yeah.
He's coming through the window.
Yeah. Drop it.
Chicken.
I'm trying at the crossbow.
Oh my god.
I can't hit aim the catapult to save my life.
That goes. Oh! No! Google Plus celebrity. You win these. You have no shield. Oh! 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 I'm not wearing a shield.
No. I need that. You. No, watch this. So. Kill that. Oh. Well, yeah. Watch this.
I'm watching.
Watch this.
That's the only way he plays the game.
I think you're just jealous of his talents.
I think he should kill himself. I think you should just do it.
Yeah, you should just end it. Oh, fuck that guy.
Not even in game, just fucking do it, bro.
I traded with that guy. We lost.
What?
Punch him.
What? I died. You better get this motherfucker.
I got him.
No shot.
Oh my god!
Hurricane Cube. What are you fainting at, mate?
What are you fainting at, mate? Fuck.
Lucky.
Oh! No. Right as I threw that, your teammate.
So, think about that
He
first,
fell
mate.
in the... I don't want to talk about it. Oh, I died to a ballista. That's so funny.
Oh no, I'm changing third person to control.
I was actually diffing just then. I was properly like Mog maxing. That was insane. Did I just say Mog maxing?
You did.
We're gonna bait someone over here, and then you're gonna drop the chandelier.
Can I drop the chandelier with an apple? Oh! Oh!
You fucking suck.
Thanks for watching.